All right, I'm back again with the Mandalorian Luke Skywalker. So, normal, sideshow Hot Toys box. Uh, Nothing too special about it. If you've seen one, you've pretty much seen them all. You got this little awkward thing that's not really a sleeve, but it's a part of the sleeve. I don't know why they can't just attach that to it. It's just I don't like this part very much of any Hot Toys box. I don't like these parts of the box, but I don't make the decisions. Anyway, so you take off the sleeve. I forgot to do the title video. How dare I forget to do the title video? Everybody loves the title video. Nobody even loves these videos. Anyway, if you take the sleeve, if you take the sleeve off, this is a way cooler box for a figure. It's got a really cool design on it, right? This is very metallic and shiny. It's very reflective. Yep. On this side, you have Luke Skywalker. On this side, you have probably the same stuff that was on the back of that box. And then on this side, again, Luke Skywalker. And then nothing really on the bottom or top. So this opens this way. Yeah. And you're greeted with like a cool little sleeve here. But you take this out. And here you have the figure with Grogu and Luke. Right, see Grogu right there, Luke right here. So I'm going to pause and take everything out, and we'll see after that. All right, here is everything of worth out of the box, and he does come with quite a bit. And this is actually my first time. Like, I didn't actually open this figure, so I don't know what to expect. So, yeah. Let's start with the lightsaber, because just beautiful. Let me turn off autofocus and focus myself. Focus. Boom. Alright, so we have Luke Skywalker's green lightsaber. It's got the D-ring right here, which is kind of upside down. But whatever. Like it's supposed to be like that. There we go. So that's there. His whole switch to turn it on doesn't move. It's all just. And then it's this light green, which I wish they would have done a darker green. It does come off, and it just fits in there. I do wish they did a lighter green. It does come with a interchangeable arm that has a light in it. And this one is just as cool. It's just as detailed, but if you put the blade in here and there's under the sleeve, there's a battery compartment and then a little switch under here. It's hard to see it grouped up, bunched up there. So if you just kind of boop, so it does light up, and I don't know how well, it's still kind of day out, but so he comes with the normal blade, but then he also comes with the swinging blade. So same as Darth Maul, pretty much. It's just green instead of red. But that's cool. I like that. The saber is it's just too gorgeous. It's just wish it was darker when the light wasn't on, because it's just seems really light green. Anyway, he comes with let's just look at Grogu. This is a different Grogu than it came with Din Djarin, because this one has articulation to some extent. So he could just do this little spinny here with each arm. And you could turn his hands. And he does come with interchangeable hands. So these are his gripping hands, but then he comes with his force hands. And they're just little plugs that are kind of hard to get out. Yeah. Just little plugs. And he's got little feet down there, but they don't do anything. So I might replace the one that I have with Din with this one. And give him like a force thing. Because the other one's just very static. He's just like... But, yeah. So his head turns all the way around. He can look up that much. He can look down that much. Side to side. So this is a good Grogu figure. For what he is. He comes with a hologram. A starship. I want to say this is Gideon's. I'm not entirely sure. I don't remember. And then he comes with a bunch of hands. So here are his real hands. So very nice detailing on this one. So this is just a lightsaber holding hand. He's got a very more relaxed hand. This is probably for holding Grogu. Or give a thumbs up. He's got a open palm. So this is going to be like a force push type thing. And then he's got, his other force hand where he's like doing his, he's got different motions for different hand gestures. And then we have that hand in his gloved form. Very nice. It's rubber, it's not leather. But it's very detailed. And then he's got kind of this more relaxed hand. Probably another form of force push. And he's got another, I'm assuming, holding Grogu hand. Very nice detailing. And then a relaxed hand. Comes with a lot of gloved hands. That's all I'll say. And then a lightsaber holding hand. And how well does the normal lightsaber fit in there? Let's see. Just slide that in. Not too bad. If you hold it here, if you put the switch in his hand, you can kind of open it a little bit. That'll secure it a little bit better. But it does fit quite nicely. I think I'm going to go with the light up hand, to be honest. Just a personal preference. That way, if I wanted to light it up, I can eventually. So those are all the hands that you get. He comes with the cloak, which I'll try to put on him in a little bit. And then it comes with the figure. So the figure comes with a lot of just like Austin. He's Austin Powers, guys. So if I take his hand off and put this on. So he comes pre-installed with a fist. And then same on the other side, pre-installed with a fist. And then his belt. his head. Oh, okay. I guess that's how you move his. So he just got like a lot of plastic all over. So that's what the inside of his neck looks like. It's stiff here, so that it keeps its shape, which is nice. And yeah, this is bald Mark Hamill. So he does come with the tool to move his eyes, but I don't usually mess with those things because I never end up getting it to look correct. But that's that. It does have like a little magnet up there, which I noticed wasn't glued correctly. So this should have been glued up here. But somebody in the manufacturing process messed up. So it's just gonna sit on his head now, which is unfortunate because I don't think it's sitting correctly. See? Let me pause this and try and fix this. So I'll probably have to glue it afterwards, but I got it in a place where it's sitting perfectly. But yeah, I'll probably have to fix that at some point. His ankle joints seem a little weak, but we'll get to that. All right, so what do we have here? Anything have... Nothing looks wired to me. Okay. So let's look at details. Why don't we? So that is a remarkable, I was about to say Luke Hamill, Mark Hamill resemblance. I think it's really well done. It's a really nice head sculpt, hair sculpt. And then all of this is just wonderful plastic. Material. He's got really nice woven, you know, it looks how it should look. This piece is kind of, you know, you can finagle it how you want it. The belt buckle is plastic, but I'm pretty sure it's plastic, but it's nice. He's got a little loop for his saber, which I'll put on it in a little bit. His belt is Velcro if you wanted to take it off. Right there. Fix it so it's not centered. Let me take the saber out of his hand. Unplug the saber part, and we'll see that it just, boom. Uh-oh. So the material right here is a little getting in the way. So if you just move it out of the way, just finagle, just move it to the back a little bit. Now you should be able to just clip that on, and it's just like as it dangles in real life. Well, part of the problem is that the D-ring keeps flipping, and it should be like that. So now it has more area to grip. But yep, that's what he looks like with it on his belt, which he will not be like that when I display him. His boots are faux leather. I can't keep that on there. And the joints for the ankles don't seem very strong because this is like the third time that's fallen off, but it gives me a chance, I guess, to look at the boot. So the boot, you know, plastic sole, but they did put actual leather here, or fake leather, whatever you want to call it. So I don't know how well this will hold up over time, if it'll start flaking or whatever, but for now it's nice, and it's even, they even made like a little crease in there, which is nice. But I'm not sure I like the friction of, like, I feel like this doesn't click in enough. So when you go to move it a little bit, yeah, right now it's fine. No, once you move it to the side, it's doesn't like it. So you just kind of have to be careful with it. Like right there, it popped out. Right now it's fine, but we'll figure it out. Anyway, so articulation. Like I just showed you, you can move it side to side. It will pop out very easily. Just popped out again. And I don't know if that's just this joint or if it's both. This one seems a little better. But like I said, I don't know about this faux leather, how long it will last. So just be careful on that front. But it is very nice. It's beautiful. It looks like his boot should look. Very nicely ratchet. He can go. He can kick his ass. He can kick his own ass. Do you mind? He can do the full splits. He can kick up that much. So when you can make him pretend, you could recreate the scene where he kicks that dude on the barge when he really doesn't kick him. And he could barely move backwards. And then there is a thigh swivel. Let's see what he has here. He's got an ab crunch. So let's see, he can go forward that much. Can I get him to go any more? Nope. He's got side to side here. Each part of this, if you kind of like pull down on it, it will tighten a little bit. I just don't know how accurate it becomes. He can go. He's got great. The fabric that they use here is just great for articulation, and I don't think it'll mess up over time. He can go completely up, which is very, very, very rare when it comes to like HotToys, because usually they're in some sort of fabric where they can't do that. He does have a butterfly, so you should be able to get him into pretty dynamic poses with the lightsaber. I'm sure if I finagle it more, I can even get it perfectly. Yeah, here, right? And then he does have a bicep swivel, and then he's got double jointed elbow, and then his wrist is more articulate on this side because he's got the full movement with his fist, but on this side it's a little blocked due to the cuff on the wrist, but you can get it in pretty much any direction. It's just a little hindered. So what I want to know is how easy it is to take off this arm. So it looks like the arm comes off right at the elbow. So let's see how this works. Do I just pull? So I pulled, and then I kind of pulled on this, and I hope that's safe. Essentially, that's what I'm trying to say. So to get this back in there, hey look, he got his arm cut off. So let's put this back in there. I guess I can bunch this up. So that's what it looks like. And then just plug that in there. His hair fell off, if you're wondering what that sound was. So I don't know if that's in there all the way. It is not. Now it is. Nope, now it's not. Now it is? Doesn't seem like it wants to stay. There we go. Now it's in there. Alright, so let's pull that down. That's his sleeve. And then the main sleeve on top. So that's the main sleeve on top of it. So this is only ever in one position. You could turn the hand though, only to a certain point. There to there. You can't go full 360. You're probably, maybe you can, but you run the risk of breaking it. And then just put that on. Turn the light off a little bit. And boop. See, that looks really nice. Turn the light back on. So I love the way that they did these, you know. It's really nice. Can we get him to hold it with two hands? So let's take this hand off. Let's give him his grabby hand. And that just nicely goes over like that. And now you can get him into any sort of pose. Like so. And let's take off autofocus. See, that just doesn't want to stay on. I'm pretty sure it's just the joint. See, it just keeps coming out. This side is fine. The other side is not. So I also forgot to mention that he comes with a backdrop. Obviously you can see it there. I just forgot to mention it. These pieces come out a little bit, and it comes with like little inserts to get them to stay in positions, but I don't care for that right now. But it's very nice. It's just, you know, Moff Gideon's ship when he comes and saves the day. So that's him in a pose. It's really nice. Mr. Grogu right here. And then let's see what we could do with this. So if it's just as easy as plopping it over his head. And then boom. That's a lot easier than I thought it was. Thought it was going to give me issues. But I don't think I'm going to be displaying him with the cloak. And if I am, it might be like the hood down, cloak back or something, which I think is going to look ridiculous because he's not a superhero. Yeah, it looks ridiculous. So I'm not going to display him with the cloak because I think it takes away from the rest of his details. You know, it's great because it's his cloak, right? And it's good for certain scenes, but I want it I just want it to just be Luke, right? You know what I mean? Know what I mean, Jelly Bean? But, hey look, his hair's coming off again. So, yeah, my final impressions on this. I mean, I'm not going to put him into a bunch of different poses, but if I were to get him to hold this just with this hand You know, you can get him in a multitude of poses, right? So, and then you could drop things like me all the time. All the time I drop things. But you can get him in a plethora of different poses. You can get him in a force push pose with the saber at the ready, right? Or it kind of looks like a Obi-Wan pose, doesn't it? Finagle that a little bit, but be creative, man. It's a toy at the end of the day. Yeah. His saber is just gorgeous, and since I'm gonna put that, I'm probably gonna have to put this somewhere I can display it, because it's just way too beautiful to not display. Maybe I'll eat it. No, I'm not gonna eat it. If I get 2,000 views on this video, I'll eat this. I won't, because it might happen, but no, I will not eat this, but let's pretend I did. And then we can have Grogu hold it. Let's have Grogu hold it. Can we get Grogu to neatly hold this? Grogu is holding a Master Luke's lightsaber. So that's not a bad idea. No, because he's gonna be this one's gonna be displayed with Din Djarin, and Din Djarin, that one that's with Din Djarin can't hold it. So I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but maybe I'll just put him in the pod. I like this one. I like it a lot. I think it's really well detailed. I think the material is great. I think the articulation is great. I do wish the saber was brighter without the light in it, because it just looks too. It's barely green. It's barely green. That's how I feel. It needs to be like lightsaber green when it's not lit up, and also lightsaber green when it is lit up. I have the same problem with Darth Maul's. It was too pink and not red enough. But yep, you get what you get. Comes with a lot of different hands. Comes with his cloak. I didn't even show you the stand. This thing is just like way too loose on here. I don't know if that's just a me thing, or if that's everybody, but it says Luke Skywalker on it. It's nice. It's weathered. It's made look dirty. It's very hollow, but that's how they all are. Just overall great. Yeah, so if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, hit that bell for notifications for when we post new videos. You can subscribe if I haven't said that already. You can follow me on Twitter at 90sGuyTom. You can follow Kevin on Twitter at 90sGuyKev. And you can follow both of us on Instagram at the 90sguys. And with that, you'll see me next time.